I'm Mr. Big Fella, 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 fella. Ha! I'm Mr. Big Fella, 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 fella. Ha! Hold on, big fella. Hold on, big fella. Tell me what's your frustration? What's your frustration? Hold on, big fella. Hold on, big fella. Tell me what's your frustration? What's your frustration?
So still on our real-ish segment, I think this is one thing that we're going to have to define anyway, eventually, because, this is the Big Fella podcast. And a lot of people, like on the surface, they're just kind of like, oh, okay, big fella just because, they some big dudes or whatever. But what does it mean to be a big fella? What's that mean to you, Lavelle?
To me, it's not only size. Of course, at surface level, you can't be a big fella and you 5'5", 130. Exactly. No, you will never qualify.
Nah, you got to get out of here.
Got to be big. Mm-hmm. Preferably big in height. Preferably overweight, unfortunately, to be in this category. But no, seriously, I think big fella, you just got to have a big fella mentality too. You can't let
speak on it.
You can't let things tarnish you. You can't let people be able to get under your skin so easy. You got to be a big fella, big dog, B-O-N, like they say back home.
Yeah.
Big old nigga, you know what I'm saying? You gotta be that, you know what I'm saying? You gotta just have it and wear it on your sleeve, bro. Just shed light or bring endearment to yourself. Be a positive person. Yeah. I think, big fella, just somebody that's confident in who they are no matter what.
Exactly.
So that's what I think.
I think that's what it definitely plays into that. Because we're not saying, go out, get super, get overweight. Yeah. Go ahead, go out there, get fat, and then you can join us. You can be with our squad. We looking for people that are already there. But no, I agree. I think it's more of an attitude, if anything. Yeah. Like you can get in a group. You have to have the weight requirement. You got to meet the physical requirements first. Yeah. But I feel like it's more of an attitude, if anything. It's like it's the way you carry yourself. Like
exactly.
If you can demand the room, if you can control the room, or whatever. We ain't no little guys. You know what I'm saying?
You got to be able. You can't be a big guy and then be like all shy. It just don't work out that way.
It don't match.
You know what I'm saying? And also, big fella came to me because back home, niggas use big fella a lot. No matter what you doing, and that kind of bothers me. Cause
So this okay. So let's talk about that because we. I don't know how long ago we had this conversation, though, but I don't even know how it started. But we was just like, I hate the fact that every time we go somewhere or we doing something, if somebody, if a person you don't know is just like, hey, big dude, or like, hey, big fella, let me slip past you or something like that.
Exactly. My dad calls me big fella.
Oh,
so it wasn't that bad. Like he called me big fella all the time, and that's cool. Like I've been big fella, but at the gas station or like the store, especially to get past you, like excuse me. They don't never just excuse me, bro. Like it's always excuse me, big bro. Excuse me.
Why can't I just be bro?
Why can't I just big bro? I'm in the store. I forgot I was big. I didn't forget. I forgot I'm big. I'm in here. I'm in the boys section. I'm chilling. I'm trying to get me a shirt. You watch out, big fella. Damn, let me go over here to the plus size section. I'm tripping.
Let me get over to the men's.
Right. Let me go over here to Lane Bryant. Let
me go to the dad bod section.
Right. Yeah. I'm like, man, I didn't forget. But no, it's silly, man. Everybody always say that, man. Always say big fella no matter what, bro. You watch out, big fella. Watch out, big guy. It's just big. I've been hearing that word
exactly.
For a long time, yeah.
But it's cool now, though.
Yeah, it's cool now. Because we older now.
Yeah. So it's cool now, but we might as well get this thing copyrighted. I don't know if Davis has already got a copyright, but we got to beat him to it.
Yeah, we got to put a move on. He gonna be hurt,
right? Yeah. We got to move. Oh yeah, we got to beat him to it. But nah, man, like I was saying to you before when I was at the barbershop last time, Barb was like, "Hey, big fella, come on up." I was like, "Yeah." And I looked at the entire room like, you heard what he said.
Exactly. You know who we talking to. One thing I do hate, though, is like when I hear that, I automatically look back. I be like, damn, I just made it aware that I know I'm a big guy. I be like, damn, why did I have to turn around? Because they be like, hey, big fella. And you walk into something, you just like, It's natural. You just turn around because niggas always talking to you. So I was like, all right, whatever. But no, it is crazy though. Yeah, for sure.
Do you feel like when it comes to being a big fella, is it like a target on you? Do you feel like
joking wise, yeah.
But I feel like okay, so obviously growing up, if you're a big kid, you know, you're in the second grade, you know, even like as young as kindergarten, you know, if everybody's cracking jokes, the one thing they go into instantly is your weight. Yeah, definitely. Which is typically what people do anyway when they don't know you and nothing about you. They're just going to go with what you look like. And so, but I feel like over time, it's just like now I'm 24. Like, call me fat, whatever. Like, I've heard that before. Right. I need a new joke. Like, I need to hear something new. Because if I don't hear a different joke other than my weight, then I'm not even going to. Or, like, at least a creative one. It's got to be real creative. Because I've heard a lot of jokes. Yeah. So it's like, if it's not good or whatever, I won't even entertain it. Yeah. I won't even entertain the back and forth.
See, when I was, like, let's see, like, I don't know if it's because I always been targeted, but for me, my personality has been big always. Mm-hmm. I always had a big personality. Like, I can meet people and I automatically click with them. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Everything. So my thing with that is like, shoot, people talk about me, bro. Like I've always been like, nobody really want to bark up that tree with me. Like I can truly say that. Like, but I do got some friends like from back home in the group chat, and these like my closest friends, and they know me, so they got some jokes on me, and it's hard. It's hard to talk about it. It's hard to talk about people who don't got a visible flaw. But that's the thing, because back home it's like, it's hard to talk about people. Because you got to be creative. Like, you got to say something that's weird, like, strange, like, just like, it's just weird. Like, you got to just come up with anything. So it's like.
It's got to be different.
I've always been ready for anybody to test me. Like, and that's why people here, like, at this college, we don't really want no smoke here, man. Yeah, they don't really want no smoke here. I got too much heat, bro.
They want zero smoke.
Too much heat, bro, for real. So.
Let's see, what else coming?
Too much heat.
A big fella. Okay, so I don't know. Are you a member for life? Or like say...
I ain't trying to be.
I mean, well, the way I put this is that, like, because we said, yes, while there may be the physical requirements, but then there's also, like, the attitude is the most important part of it. Yeah. Say, like, you know, you drop weight and everything, and now, you know, you're like one of these skinny dudes or whatever. Are you no longer a big fella now?
No, you still a big fella.
That's what I'm saying, man. I don't want to give it up.
If I lose weight, I'm still a big fella. Because my mind is already, I have a big mind, big heart. Yeah. So I'm going to be big fella.
I got the big fella mindset. So.
See, I struggle though. I'm only 5'8", so I probably won't be big fella from the surface. But I don't imagine myself ever getting real small. I will always, because I'm not trying to look like.
No.
Yeah, I'm not trying to look like for real. So I'm trying to get down to a comfortable weight.
What's his name? Mr. Crockett from Fairly Odd Parents?
Oh, no, definitely not. Yeah, got to have some bulkiness to me,
yeah. Let's see. What else, man, as far as being a big fella? What's different about it? I'm trying to think. There's been a lot of talk about, I guess just across the board, you know, for heavyset women or men, that there's like a movement for, I don't know, I guess the way you could say it is kind of in celebration of, you know, being overweight. And it's just like, I mean, when I think of it, it's just like, okay, yeah, I mean, it's cool I think it's definitely important to love yourself, regardless if you're big boned or, you know, you got a huge nose or your eyes are too close to each other, whatever. You should definitely celebrate the things that you have, the things that set you apart from other people. But I feel like for something like weight, something that can fluctuate, that you can, in most cases, where you can cut it down or you can add to it and everything, I don't know if it should necessarily be celebrated. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Because, I mean, I'm not going to just sit there and just tell somebody, I want you to have diabetes. I want you to have high blood pressure. You know, nothing like that. Nah, and I'm not saying that's the case for everybody, but when you do pick up weight, you definitely run that risk. And so it's just like, you know, how do you go about it? Do you just simply just say, you know, I'm happy the way I am. Of course, you know, I can do a little better health wise. But I'm not going to sit here and just say everybody should be like me. How do you approach that?
Yeah, it's crazy. It's weird, bro.
Mm-hmm. Definitely weird.
Yeah, but it is what it is. Big fella podcast, big fella shit. You know how we coming, so
it's a fact for life. I ain't about to change that.
Chanel said she at the door. I wasn't expecting her to come.
All right, good. All right, we just got a surprise guest. I don't know if y'all remember the first video that we did, Shoot Your Shot. We had a special guest, Chanel, and she just popped up. She's here.
Yeah,
She's here. Chanel, go ahead. What's going on? How you doing?
I'm doing great. Lavelle thought this was an April Fool's joke, but it really wasn't. I just popped on up today, so
definitely just
might as well join the podcast.
Yeah, definitely, literally. I'm still like, what? So
she's here.
Yeah, she is.
Well, I appreciate you being here. I'm sure
course.
he appreciates you as well.
For sure.
Definitely.
So we just got done talking about what it means to be a big fella.
Got you.
And so, that's the name of the podcast. That's what we are referred to as, by strangers on the street.
Right.
And so the way we put it, and, Bill, let me know if I'm missing something or anything. So obviously, to be a big fella, there's the physical requirements.
Right.
You got to be a big dude. You could be tall, short, whatever, however it goes. But then there's also like attitude to it. You got to kind of be able to demand a room, be able to control certain situations. Okay. And, I don't know, man. When I think of a big fella, like an example that everybody knows, I would have to go with Rick Ross. Like that's a big fella.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's the kind of attitude that I'm talking about. So
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah. So that's what I think is the easiest way to kind of explain it. So Chanel, let's first. So what do you think about our definition? How do you think that we explain it?
I think the definition is sufficient. Mm-hmm. First of all, just thinking about the idea of like characteristics of guys that women like these days, and being big has definitely. Like, that's in, like, a lot,
Yes,
versus at first, it was kind of like, I don't want to know if I want to date somebody that's big, but now everybody wants somebody that's big, and I think another part about the attitude that you mentioned is that, like, when I think of a big fella, quote-unquote, he's definitely a protector. He's going to be somebody that if something goes down, I know that he got my back. Not saying that a skinny dude wouldn't do the same, but I feel safer around somebody that's big. And me personally, I feel like you just can't be tall. You have to be you have to be big. Like, I feel like you have to be,
have meat on your bones.
Yeah, definitely. But I think that, like I said, I think it's definitely in right now. And I just can't wait until big women are in because everybody's talking about big guys, but like a big woman is not glorified as much as a big guy is, which is unfair because
we can clap that up for you. We can clap that up for you. That was
thank you.
That was really good.
Yeah, but I think that gets to the whole women thing. Gets to the no, I'm on your side, silly. I just think that it gets to. It gets to the fact that men have always ran the world. It's always been a patriarchy. So no matter what, if men do it, they're going to always do it first. Like it's just, it's weird. Like, so.
That's a stretch.
No, I'm saying like men have always been in power.
Okay.
So it's like, by that.
But is that the saying of today, that men are still in power? I would have to disagree with you there. Because
so the way I would put it is that in the beginning it was just men had the power,
right?
Period. Now it is men still have majority of the power, but women are moving their way up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's not and it's not to say that there is a switch in women per se. It's not saying that they're now gaining leadership qualities. No, it's just saying that now they're being viewed as more of an equal, which. I mean, I'm happy for that fact. I mean, definitely, because I know a lot of, while I have quite a few guy friends just because, I went here to Wabash, but I have a lot of female friends just because they bring a whole different dynamic to, whatever the conversation may be or whatever may be going on. I think another thing, too, that we should talk about, which is great that you're here, too, cuffing season. Cuffing season, one thing that is not put on our calendars, which I demand should be put on our calendars. I need to know, is it a day in November that this starts? Does it start in December, late December, early December? How does it go? When does cuffing season start? And so I think, too, the reason why it ties in is because why are all these females playing around with these little dudes that's 120? He can't keep you warm. Come play with me. And, I'm going to be able to keep you warm in those cold winter nights.
That's very
true. You know what I'm saying? Even during the day, because it's cold out here.
I don't, cuffing season definitely starts like September, like October 1st, September, around that time. Definitely, because that's when it first started getting cold. Like, you can wear hoodies outside. That's definitely when it starts. It's basically over now. So if you don't already have your little boo, it's kind of like, because it's about to be the summertime. So ain't nobody trying to cuff in the summertime. Yeah. So, but yeah, I feel like going back to my original point, being big, because it's in, I just feel like anytime, I've always been attracted to bigger guys, just because some people say it's because of your father, but if anybody seen my father, he's big as well. Okay. But I just think that my dad has always made me feel safe. He's always made me feel like protected. Is nothing, nobody could harm me or hurt me or anything like that. And I think that just ties over into my love life now. Like, I don't know, a skinny dude just don't do it for me, so.
Ooh, preach. I don't know. Where my applause at? Let's get this going. Yes, sir. Y'all heard that.
You heard it here first.
Let's see. What else on this topic, man? Let's see. Did that wrap up, big fella?
Yeah.
Think so?
I got one more point, though.
Uh-oh.
I have a question for you all. I'll pose a question.
Yes.
So, how do you all, so what is the female version of big fella? Can we first of all try to come up with a name for that big lady? Big lady. Mama? Ooh. Big mama sound like...
Yeah, sound like... I just think of Martin Lawrence.
Yeah, nah. And does she carry the same... My question basically is going to... Does she carry the same characteristics of a big fella?
To an extent. You want to go first, Val? You want me to go?
I mean, I don't know. I think it's hard. Like, I really think it's hard because women are body shamed now. Like, well, forever. Women have been body shamed now. Yeah. Women have been...
But it's getting better.
Yeah.
It's getting better.
Women have been told that they have to have a certain body to look this way, to look the right way, to be attractive, to be especially sexually attractive. But I don't know. I think the same kind of things work for women. I think that they just have to have that. I think a big woman should have confidence. And that's the biggest thing is, having that confidence in yourself to know that, okay, yeah, I am this way, and society don't think that this is the right way to live. And, health reasons, maybe, people should work towards changing it. But still, if this is my now, then I'm going to be confident in my now.
So are you attracted to big women?
I mean, I don't have a problem with, I'm attracted to women. I don't really have a problem with, I don't have a problem with no size women. It's weird though, cause ever since I was a kid, I've always been big.
Yeah.
But I think I'm lying. But I've had I have always been attracted to, for some reason, petite women. That's been a big attraction for me.
Yeah.
I don't know if I was because I thought too big people couldn't work or whatever, but I just always attracted to petite women. So
it's too much friction. Man.
Yeah, I mean probably it's too hot. But I think that big women are attractive, very attractive, and you know what I'm saying. I think that it's just different. Like I said, you see big men who can be visible in sports and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You see big men who even more visible on TV. We got big men who are great rappers who've always been, Biggie, always
Big
that
Pun.
helps big guys. Big Pun, Rick Ross. These dudes who've been like helping the image of big guys forever. And for big women, I mean, you have those women, but still, it's like it's been more of a, I don't know, it's been more of like a joke. Almost.
Because I think the problem is you just instantly named 3 or 4 big known rappers that are very famous and have a whole bunch of money, but you just kind of said and a whole bunch of big women, but you couldn't name names off the top of your head. But I think that just aids to the point that being big is only glorified. I feel that if you're a man, because even if you think about, let's just say. If you think about Monique, she was big, but she just lost all that weight. So she technically, you can't really classify her as being big no more.
She's thick now.
Like, at all. Queen Latifah, she lost all that weight. Yeah. Remy Ma lost all her weight.
She wasn't even big either.
She wasn't, but to people, she was big.
Yeah, that's the other thing, too. It's different levels.
Yeah.
Like, for a woman, you big if you, like, 200 on women look different from 200 on a man.
Of course.
Easy.
Very true.
Of course. Yeah.
And that's another thing, too, I think it's so hard for women is because if you 170, 180, you might look a little.
You might. But
you 170, 180 as a man, I know niggas like that that's skinny. You know what I'm saying? So it's different. But, I think that women, they're going to overcome this as well. But as men, I feel like we need to take responsibility in that and accepting women for whatever body that they have. I think that's if we pay attention to the way stuff go, women try to shape their bodies to please us.
Right, and I feel like it's crazy to me that a guy could be 300, 400 pounds. Let's just go with 350. And, he sloppy or not sloppy, whatever. Yeah. But then sit up here and say, I want my girl to have a big butt, skinny waist, big titties, cute face, no natural hair, natural glow. Like, first of all.
And then you busted yourself.
Yeah. Though. Absolutely not. Because first you need to get yourself together and then we can discuss us. But
that's my thing as a big guy. I don't demand nothing of my women that I don't have.
Very true.
I ask for for my woman that I look for to have a big butt because I got a big butt. I got my mother blessed me. She blessed the wrong child. She gave it to my sister. But I ain't gonna go in on my sister.
She's definitely gonna listen to this.
Definitely.
Yeah, I think that it's weird, right? Like, just think about attraction in itself. Like, you're gonna be attracted to what you're attracted to.
Right.
But I'm glad that I have the mentality that I have because I'm so easygoing when it comes to attraction, and I love that about myself. Yeah. It's like if I like you, like for me, is that if I'm attracted to you, like we not stupid, we not 12 no more, so we know that people gonna be attracted to people in general. Yeah. Like somebody, you see them, they attractive. They're an attractive person. Doesn't mean you want to talk to that person. Yeah. But like for me, if I'm attracted to you and like I'm trying to pursue you, I think you like can't nobody tell me nothing about you. Like I think you the finest thing in the world.
Exactly.
You can have no arms, no legs, you can have all torso. I still think you the baddest thing walking, even though you can't walk. You know what I'm saying?
McDonald's chicken nugget.
Right. Like I think it's just like, but that's me though. Like that's why I think like, I'm big. Like if you want to wear weave, go ahead. If you want to have natural hair, go ahead. I'm like I don't care what you do. Like there's some styles that I do be like, wow, that's kind of
you shouldn't have did that.
Yeah, not that
27 piece.
Yeah, 27 pieces. I hate 27 pieces because I found out what they were.
What is that? I've never heard that before.
Peep this.
Okay.
This girl had hair one day in grade school, like 8th grade. She had hair. Like, okay, decent. She came next day. Yeah. Fade. Right? I said, oh my God, you cut your hair? That's decent. She said, boy, no, I ain't cut this. It's 27 piece. I said, what does that mean? So I just get everything like smashed down, and this is kind of like basically like over my hair. So I could take this. She put on more hair to have less. I said, you know what? We ain't doing that. Also, what I hate, lace front wigs. Because there's this one girl in my high school.
Okay, first of all, there's nothing wrong with a lace front wig if you get it done the right way.
That's fair. No, the first lace front wig I ever saw in my life was horrible.
Yeah, it looked tech.
You saw forehead, then you saw the lift, then you saw the wig. And it was just like... It was just like, I think she tried to do it herself. Not commend her for, DIYs, individuality, but she should have got that
going out on a limb.
She should have got it done that night. But no, yeah, I think that women definitely going to overcome this body thing. But as men, you gotta focus on ourselves first.
I did really like the point that you brought up, Chanel, as far as like, what do we call like bigger women? Like, Yeah, because we got big fella. What do we
Right.
call?
You could say like big man. What's up? You know, big guy.
But I see once
big girl was a thing for a while. But it was kind of like, celebration with like big girls and things like that.
But I think I think the difference is that when you see a big girl, you can't say she a big girl because
right, yeah,
she's not going for that.
Some women are really that do celebrate it. Some women do celebrate, but you don't know off the bat if they do or not. Yeah,
I mean, I feel like we can just change it. Still call them big homie. If we start calling them that, bro, it'll be natural because homie is not gender.
You definitely need a button that says that's a stretch because that's a stretch.
It is a stretch.
I think I got the perfect button.
They definitely could be big homie though. Like they definitely could be big homie. Watch out, big homie.
Absolutely.
You see a big girl. Let's just go. Let's just go to Walmart today. When the podcast over, we go to Walmart, see a big girl, be like, "Excuse me, big homie, let me get past you. Let's see what happens."
Like what? What did you say? Big homie. I'm no
can't do
man.
Because they probably gonna be white.
Yeah.
They probably get charged, so probably chill.
And they'll call their big fella of boyfriend over, and then we got a problem.
No, but definitely I think big girl works. Big woman, big lady. Big lady.
Like Big Girls Rock or
it was
like
Big Girls
Rock.
Do it for the big girls. Like a song like that. Do it for the big girls. Big some shit like that.
Oh,
big girl.
Want to back it up?
Yeah, big girl.
Back it up.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, no, yeah. So you gotta.
Cool. I mean, I think a lot of things with society is that you got to get over being called something that's fat. You can't argue facts. You a girl. You big.
Yeah.
Excuse me, big girl. Did I lie? No, I did not. So it's like, what you just called me? You just have a mirror there. I called you this. Oh, I am a big girl. I'm just saying, bro. Because I have to get over that stuff sometimes too. Like,
Hey, send them shots, man.
Right.
Let them know, man. Yeah.
Like I told you, and I think
girl.
the big thing is, like I told you for real, this shit real. Like this real my life. This really is my life. Like sometimes you forget what you look like if you ain't looked in the mirror in a while. So you'll forget you big.
That's a stretch.
No, I'm serious.
Okay, so
like big girls, like
okay, yeah, go ahead, Bill. Because I agree with you.
Big girls,
to an
like
extent.
right. So like you never forget that you big. But it's not in your mind. So like
all the time.
Until you get reminded of it. So like a big girl, but I think it's different with women because they try to cover that shit up. Like they try to do something with some different pants or a bigger shirt or a hoodie. Yeah. They try to make themselves smaller. You know, for me, I'm out in the open, I'm doing me, whatever, it's cool. I do have my flaws where I try to do certain shit to try to cover up certain stuff. But it's like whatever. So for a certain extent, like I used to wear my shirt in the pool. But then I was like, that shit kind of counterproductive. Because now I'm in the pool with a shirt on. They know I'm big because the shirt probably gets wet. And then it's like that. And I think what I realized it was like a white shirt one day. I had a white shirt on.
Oh, you messed up. You got to wear dark shirts.
I'm in here with a shirt on.
Yeah.
They going to think either, A, I got a bad skin disease, or I just don't want to show what I'm already showing. Like, you in that be wet as hell with a shirt on. Like, boy, take that shirt off. Show the world because they already wondering. And you got eyes on you regardless.
Parents was covering their kids' eyes. Don't look at it.
Right, exactly. Right. But no, like, they're like,
we did not come out here for a wet t-shirt contest.
Exactly. I could literally be in the store, bro, and not be thinking about that I'm actually big. I'm a big ass, like
until you remind
until niggas like, hey, big dog, check it out. I'm like, oh damn, I am.
Or I think it's when you are like, okay, this might sound crazy, but okay, when I'm in school, a lot of my line sisters very, very petite, like very skinny or like big butt, So when I'm around them,
they over 21?
When I'm around them, I feel different from when I'm like back at home in Chicago. Because back at home in Chicago, like I can't explain. I feel you when you say you just kind of forget because like even me, I'm like, oh, I need to lose 20 pounds. Like I just, I want to lose this weight. You know what I'm saying? But when I'm at home, I don't think about that. When I'm with my people, I don't think about that. But it's like when I'm in school, I'm at Ball State.
Because what's around you,
you be like, oh, like you just remember, like, oh, dag, I actually do need to lose weight. You just kind of forget about it. But I think that's just so crazy in itself because anybody should just feel comfortable, like in your skin.
And that's the thing, like you could know you need to change something, and that's fine. But if you get caught up in being sad about the now, because nobody's gonna lose weight overnight.
No.
So my thing, that's a big part, like we said earlier about being a big fella, is that you got to know, you big as hell. You want to change it, go out there and change it.
Yeah.
Oh, I have a great question. So, if you are quote unquote considered a big fella and you lose weight, do you remain that title?
See, yeah, we was just talking about that, and I think it's because yes, there are the physical requirements, but then there's also the attitude is the major point or a major part of it. So, yeah, when you lose weight, if you still keep that same mentality, I don't see the problem. I think you should still be considered a big fella. You're not going to drop all the way down. You're not going to be super skinny anyway if you're starting out big. So there shouldn't be that issue. But no, I feel like it's because it's a mentality. You can be a big fella as long as you want. But if you want to flip floppers, you know what I'm saying? You didn't drop down to like 150 and everything, and now you around here talking about, oh yeah, no, we just eat kale on this side, fella.
So then skinny all people you big can dudes be big over fellas.
There, stay over there.
It doesn't work that way.
I don't think. Well, if they gain weight,
if they're tall, if they're real tall, big fella gonna be tall.
There's got to be some meat on the bones.
They can't be fat. Can't be Marlon and be big fella.
Marlon is cousin.
I say Marlon because I brought him up earlier. Yeah. Can't be Marlon and be big fella. Can't.
Oh, Marlon's.
But I do think that like. But so like Lil Baby in the song say, "Little nigga, but I'm big dog." All I got, I ain't want to get. That's my shit. I ain't gonna get into that. But but he say, "Little nigga, but I'm big dog." I feel like if you got a certain amount of dollars in your bank account, you call yourself big fella. Hey, I'm all for it. You walking like
so only money can really get.
Because if I'm this big and a nigga walk in the store with $1 million in his account and he,
excuse me, big homie,
what you doing, little nigga? To me, I'm gonna feel small because that nigga got $1 million. I'm definitely gonna feel small in that store, and I'm gonna get up out of there.
I'm probably gonna be like, "Thank you."
Right? You gonna feel happy? Oh,
thank you, son. I really appreciate that.
Right? But yeah,
this is a new shirt.
That's good. We straight though.
Yeah. Okay. So it's good. Oh, I still want to figure out a name for him. What we gonna call it?
We'll come up with a next episode.
Big, I think it's just gonna be big girls just for now.
Probably big girls.
Yeah. Oh, and big girls got to stop wearing tight dresses.
Why?
Because big dudes can't be out here like that either.
We don't wear dresses.
Not dresses.
Big niggas wear tight jeans. As long as big niggas wear,
that's a no-no.
As long as they wear skinny jeans,
that's a no-no.
What they want to do.
That's a no-no.
All I'm saying is,
why don't we say big boy? Because then we say big girls, but why we not just saying big women?
Because I think boy is disrespectful.
Is calling a woman a girl disrespectful?
But big boy, I've been called big boy when I was little. I got started calling big fella now because I'm grown. I got a beard. Nobody can call me big boy.
So we call them big women?
If they older, big women, big women. No, I mean, it's weird. Because you could be like...
It just sounds weird together.
You could be like, watch out, big girl. You can't be like, watch out, big women. That don't make sense. Big women.
Big woman?
Yeah, big woman.
I was going to say, what is big women? If you're talking to one person. But...
Is there a pack of them?
What is a pack of big women?
Is a pack of big women?
What is that called?
Double-licious.
A crave case.
A crave case.
A crave
That's
case.
amazing.
A sack.
That
is... A sack of potatoes.
No. Oh, my goodness.
A laundry bag.
These jokes are horrible.
Let's just go for a big niggas too, though. Big group of big niggas are herd.
What they call big fella? I mean, yeah, livestock.
Right.
They
cattle.
Cattle.
Yeah, cattle. That works.
A flock of failure.
Right.
Alright, cool.
Throw your hands in the air if you's a true player. I love it when you call me Big Papa. To the honeys getting money, playing niggas like dummies. I love it when you call me Big Papa. You got a gun up in your waist, please don't shoot up the place. Why? Cause I see some ladies tonight that should be having my baby. Baby.